Review from a subject, the danger of chasing after money. The danger of chasing after money. The writer of 1 Timothy is the Apostle Paul, and he writes this particular book to a spiritual son of his who is pastoring in Ephesus. Now, I would challenge each and every one of you who study your word, who meditate on your word, to read the entire book, which is made up of 6 different chapters. It's made up of 6 different chapters. Now, on today, we find ourselves in chapter 6, and there are 21 verses. There are 21 verses. And furthermore, I recommend you break those verses up into 3 sections, as you start reading, what you'll discover in 1 Timothy chapter 6, the first 2 verses 1 and 2, what you'll discover is the practice of the Ephesus church. The practice of the Ephesus church. You know what the practice is of the Ephesus church? Their common practice was slavery. It was slavery. It was also a common practice of the entire Roman Empire. And in verse 1 and 2, Paul is writing, and he says, he's writing to the Christian slaves, and he's basically saying to them that if you are a slave, and if you are a Christian, you should still obey your master and work the best that you can do. Work the best that you can, because if you look at verse 1, it says, let as many servants are under the yoke count their own master worthy of all honor, that the name of God and his doctrine be not blasphemed. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? So we see the practice. We see the practice of the Ephesus church. But then as you keep reading, what you'll discover from verses 3 through 10, you'll discover the problems within the Ephesus church. The problems within the Ephesus church. Regardless of what church you attend, they all have problems. They all have problems. There is no such thing as a perfect church. And if you find a perfect church, as soon as you join, you just messed it up. You just messed it up. You messed it up. Tell somebody beside you, tell that person beside you, you got problems. Tell them you got problems. You got problems. Now look back at him and say, look who's talking. How dare you? You talking. Look at you talking. But now for the sake of time, let me give you the 2 major problems that they are dealing with in these verses. The 2 major problems is false teaching and greed. False teaching and greed.